Okay, so let's create your own first chatbot using Hal9. In this video, I will show you step by step how to create your first chatbot, and hopefully you can follow me along on your own computer. I'm starting here on hal9.com. I already have a user, so I'm gonna click Start Now. This is the first time on our page. You will be asked to sign up, create an account. You can use your Google email, is super easy. And you will get to this Explore tab where we have the chatbots that we show off just to show you examples of what you can build, but we actually want to go here to the Create tab on your left. And this is a wizard where we can set up some parameters for a chatbot. So I'm gonna define a name. I will call this chatbot an expert, let's say a biology expert. And here we have an example of a prompt that you could use to create a chatbot. I'm going to delete all of this, and I'm going to write my own description. And if you're familiar with the language around chatbots that use LLMs, this is what the system prompt will have inside our chatbot. So you can say something like, you are an expert in biology. You answer questions about biology topics such as ecology, anatomy, and evolution. You use a friendly tone and elaborate on any questions from the user. And when I create this kind of chatbots, I like to add things like you ask the user if they want to know more about that topic or something foundational to that conversation. And we also upload additional data. I'm not going to do that right now. This is for a later example. But I do want to fill out this field. The custom welcome is the first message that the chatbot will send. So I'm going to write, hi, do you have any questions about biology you might want me to answer? No, so we just defined these parameters for my first chatbot. I hit the create button, and you can see that immediately I'm taken to this conversation, this chat, where the chatbot is giving me this welcome message. So let's give it a try. Let's say, yes. Why does trees grow towards the sky? How do they know where is upwards? Well, let's say this and see what the chatbot answers. So I didn't mention that the default model for Hal9 is GPT-4o. That's the latest model from OpenAI. But you can change the model to whatever you want to use. So we can see this response. Trees grow towards the sky as a result of a process called phototropism, which is the growth of organisms in response to light. Okay. Would you like to learn more about how plants sense their environment? Yeah, maybe I can ask, can plants see them? Or how do they detect light? Light. No, I'm having this conversation with the chatbot, and we can see here the chatbot is working according to what I expect from the parameters that I defined. So this is great. No, this is the expected behavior of my chatbot. We can continue, and yeah, this is what I mentioned before. I like the chatbot trying to continue the conversation, no, with that prompt that I gave it about asking more questions. And let me show you other functions here on the left panel. Here's my chatbot that I'm talking to, biology expert. You can see that the URL here also matches my username, Pedro/biology expert. So I can create a new conversation, clicking new. Assets is when the chatbot creates something for me. In this case, this chatbot is not creating code or images or anything like that. It's just text, so we're not using the assets part. But we could use the share button. No? Maybe we want to share this with someone else. You can see here that we have some privacy settings that we need to make public for other people to see this. So I can click make public, and now my chatbot is public. We can open this under incognito mode, or maybe share it with someone else, and they will be able to chat with it. And we also get this iframe. I will do other videos explaining how to use this, but if you know what an iframe is, you can embed this chatbot inside any other website by using this line of code. But remember that Hal9 has a code editor. So if I go here to edit and then change the tab up here to the right to code, you can see that we can access the code that controls the chatbot that we are using. And this is the part that is very unique about Hal9, because actually I have ChatGPT here on another tab. Other platforms, and I'm showing you ChatGPT because it's the most popular, but other similar platforms will allow you to create your own chatbots or your GPTs if you're using the OpenAI nomenclature. And you can see that you can do some customization, like selecting a profile pic, your name, description, and basically these fields are the same as the system prompt that we define on Hal9. Conversation starter is the welcome message, no? Like the first message that you get. You can add some files. We're talking about that later on how to do that on Hal9. But basically, this is what you get from OpenAI. When you use code, you can see here that really this is limitless. No, you are seeing the inside of the chatbot, and you can customize it to whatever you want to use. You can recognize here this is a part of the API where we define the system prompt, and this is exactly what I wrote. No, you're an expert in biology, etc. But if we want to change this, we could change it here. We could call an API if we wanted to provide additional context. And again, I'm going to build other projects leveraging all this later, so for you to have more tangible examples. But just to give you context from today, you can see it from here that this is very, very powerful because this is code. No, you can do whatever you want here. You can see here that currently we're using the keys that come from Hal9 as an environment variable, but you could also use your very own keys to any other provider that you want to use. In particular, we're using our very own instance of GPT-4 on our Azure cloud, but this could be your cloud, this could be your on-premise model, whatever you want, right? And yeah, you can see here some other parameters of the call. We're using GPT-4. We are streaming. That means that when the model is writing, we can see different words appearing on the chat UI, as opposed to showing the entire message at once. So stream is nicer because you don't have to wait as long. And there are other parameters. Again, we will talk about this with more detail later, but OpenAI and in general, any API from an LLM will give you more parameters that you can customize. Like maybe you've heard of temperature, which means which controls how random are the responses from the LLM. You can tune all that in here because this is code. So that's one of the biggest advantages that Hal9 has.